Hello, welcome to the next in our series on spiritual growth. This week we're going to welcome Alan Jenkins, who is our Rural Dean, and he's going to share his insights into what extemporary prayer is and how praying out aloud can develop not only our own personal prayer life, but also help us as we lead others in intercessions or maybe in a led time in a small group.
Hello, I'm Alan Jenkins. And I'm delighted to contribute to this short series on spiritual growth. But I do so on one condition only, namely that you understand that I am no expert. Yes, I know I'm a Church of England vicar, but I think when it comes to this matter of prayer, we are all learners, hopefully growing in our understanding and practice of prayer, but nevertheless, still all learners. For a few minutes, I'd like to talk to you about the subject of extemporary prayer. Extemporary prayer, put simply, is impromptu prayer. Prayer which probably hasn't been prepared in advance or written down. Prayer which you kind of make up as you go along. Extemporary prayer is then to be distinguished from prayers which are read or memorised. Well, straight away, I know what some of you are thinking. Whoa, you won't catch me praying like that. I don't mind if others do it, but I don't feel comfortable praying like that. Well, if that's you, maybe I could give you some encouragement. Bear in mind what I said earlier, I'm no expert, but perhaps a little bit of encouragement based on my own experience. Perhaps the biggest thing I would want to say to you is that extemporary prayer is actually no different from what we do when we pray on our own. It may be that some of us like to use a set form of morning prayer or evening prayer or other special prayers, but nevertheless, extemporary prayer is what we do when we pray for the family member who is sick, or the friend who is facing anxiety, or the colleague who is struggling in their work. As regularly as I can, I try to go for a prayer walk, and on that prayer walk I don't go with a long list of things I want to talk to God about, not usually anyway. But it may be that I need to think through a situation and I pray, Lord, I don't know what to do, can you help me? Or, Lord, I can't see what you're doing in that situation. Open my eyes. You'll see then, at its most fundamental level, extemporary prayer is just simply talking with God as you might with a friend. That said, I recognise that what fills many people with dread is not so much extemporary prayer on one's own as extemporary prayer in front of others, a partner, a small group, the whole church. So perhaps I might offer the following 4 tips. First, start by praying in front of just 1 or 2 people who you really trust. We can certainly build our confidence by doing that. Second, although you might not write out every word, because in the end that wouldn't really be extemporary prayer, you might nevertheless choose to bullet point, at least in your mind, perhaps on paper, the key points you wish to cover in prayer. Third, don't overcomplicate it. Just because some people can pray long, eloquent prayers doesn't mean you have to do the same. In fact, sometimes the best prayers are the short prayers because they get to the point. Moreover, there is a danger, isn't there, that the longer our prayers, the more we may be in danger of trying to impress others. Let's not forget what Jesus said about not showing off. Finally, recognise that even if you do get more used to extemporary prayer, there may nevertheless be those times and seasons when it still eludes you. I was struck by the fact that when Terry Waite was in captivity, he didn't find extemporary prayer easy. Rather, he relied on those set prayers he had grown up with. Well, of course, I hope you don't get kidnapped, but nevertheless, there may still be those times when extemporary prayer is not for you. May God bless you as you pray in whatever way helps you to draw near to God and to know him better.